5 landmarks that deserve to be called the 8th wonder of the world. The Golden Bridge. The Golden Bridge is located in Vietnam's Van der Hills. It has been a popular tourist destination ever since it opened in June 2018. This 490-foot-long pedestrian bridge was created to help connect a cable car station in the area to the Tianti Garden. It is designed to connect the cable car station with the gardens and to provide a scenic overlook and tourist attraction. The bridge loops nearly back around to itself, and has 2 giant hands, constructed of fiberglass and wire mesh, designed to appear like stone hands that support the structure. The design of the bridge is very beautiful, which includes 2 giant stone hands that were made to look as if they're supporting the golden structure. It is at 3,280 feet above sea level, which provides a breathtaking view from way up in the sky. One reason for it to be the 8th wonder of the world. Hagia Sophia. It is a former church and a former mosque. In 1935, it was converted into a museum wherein both Christian and Muslim art could be admired. It was designed by the Greek geometers, Isidore of Miletus and Anthemius of Tralles. Built in 537 AD, as the patriarchal cathedral of the imperial capital of Constantinople, it was the largest Christian church of the Eastern Roman Empire. In 1453, after the fall of Constantinople to the Ottoman Empire, it was converted into a mosque and remained in that way until the fall of the Ottoman Empire and occupation of Constantinople. The founder and the first president of the Turkish Republic, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, converted the Hagia Sophia into a museum in 1934 to preserve and to show the historical and the aesthetic value of the Hagia Sophia to the whole world. It is one of the most visited museums in the world. Also been called the 8th wonder of the world, as far back as the 6th century. It is located in Istanbul, Turkey. Each year, millions of people visit this museum. Neuschwantstein Castle. It looks like a building that came straight out of a fairy tale. Located in Bavaria, Germany. It took 26 years to be officially done. The palace was commissioned by King Ludwig II of Bavaria as a retreat and in honor of Richard Wagner. Neuschwanstein embodies both the contemporaneous architectural fashion known as castle romanticism and King Ludwig II's enthusiasm for the operas of Richard Wagner. This castle is such a sight to behold that Walt Disney even based the iconic Disney castle after it. Most popular in Europe, the palace can be regarded as typical for 19th century architecture. The shapes of Romanesque, Gothic, and Byzantine architecture and art were mingled in an eclectic fashion and supplemented with 19th century technical achievements. This dream building was constructed in a style of old German knights' castles. It's worthy of being the world's 8th wonder. Easter Island Heads. The Moai, also known as the Easter Island Heads, are monolithic human figures located on Easter Island. This can be found on the east edge of the Polynesian Triangle. They were carved by the Rapa Nui people between the years 1250 and 1500 AD. Almost all Moai have overly large heads, 3/8 the size of the whole statue. The Moai are chiefly the living faces, Aringaora, of deified ancestors, Aringaora Atatipuna. The statues still gazed inland across their clan lands when Europeans first visited the island in 1722, but all of them had fallen by the latter part of the 19th century. No one really knows why the Rapa Nui undertook such a task. It's suspected that these figures were carved in honor of their ancestors, chiefs and other important people. These beautiful monuments definitely deserve to be the 8th wonder of the world. Kremlin and the Red Square. Together the Kremlin and Red Square make up one of the most iconic places in Moscow, Russia. In fact, it is just showing you a photo of these colorful domes. The domes actually belong to St. Basil's Cathedral, which sits on the Red Square below the ramparts of the Kremlin. In the 1600s the area was a top spot for high-profile executions. In the 20th century, the Red Square is most famous for being the site of the official Soviet military parade. The Kremlin became an exclusive enclave where the state's governing elite lived and worked. The site remains the official residence of the President of the Russian Federation, but access to other areas within the walls has loosened considerably. It would be a fine contender for the eighth wonder of the world.